In 2019, Drake made number 5 on Forbes' list of the richest rappers, and he was the youngest on the list by 10 years. The Toronto-born hip-hop star has found success hard and fast, and he likes to live his life the same way. Between jetting off in his private plane, endorsing the Raptors, running OVO, and spoiling his son, Drake has found lots of uses for his $150 million net worth. His latest expense is a $100 million custom-designed compound called the Embassy. You know you're curious about how Drake spends his fortune, so let's dive right in and find out.
In the middle of Hackney hustling, it could be in music, you could be building houses, you could be doing whatever, but
Drake's private compound in Bridle Path, Toronto is built to give the superstar some privacy. The rapper even got special permission from the city of Toronto to build the fences around his house twice the legal height. And he also shelled out about $1 million for tall trees to put around the property. It's no wonder that the private neighborhood, which has housed celebrities like Celine Dion and even Prince, is called Millionaire's Row. But why wouldn't you want top-notch security at a brand new luxury mansion nicknamed the Embassy? Once you get past those fences, Drake's new home welcomes you with lavish materials like limestone, wood, and bronze. But the 50,000 square foot custom mansion isn't meant to just look nice. It's supposed to be practical too, which is why Drake and architect Ferris Rafali designed it with some of the rapper's favorite hobbies in mind. The home has an NBA regulation-sized indoor basketball court, so that Drake and his friends can get in a quick game of ball before they head to his private recording studio. The studio comes complete with a cozy lounge decorated with some of Drake's favorite action figures. And that's not the only impressive collection Drake has. He has an entire room called the Awards Room, where he displays all of his achievements. And just off of that, he has a hallway devoted to his collection of sports jerseys. After a hard day of work, Drake can relax and entertain friends in the Great Room. With its 44-foot-high ceilings and tons of room to kick back, the Great Room also holds 2 of the most expensive pieces of decor in the entire house. The first is a Bossendorfer bespoke grand piano, designed by his architect Ferris Rafali and Takashi Murakami. In the US, a Bossendorfer can cost anywhere between $756,000 to $560,000, so Drake probably spent a good amount of his decor budget on this statement piece. The second epic piece of decor is a replica of the Metropolitan chandelier. Over 20,000 pieces of hand-cut Swarovski crystal make up the grand chandelier, which is the second largest of its kind in the world. But despite the luxury, Drake would much rather spend his time in his 3,200 square foot master bedroom suite. We know you'd love to kick back in that bed, but just wait until you get a look at the in-suite bedroom. The centerpiece of the epic bathroom is probably that 4,000-pound tub of black marble. It was carved from one single block of marble, making it one of the most unique pieces in Drake's house. It goes well with the eloquently epic 2-story closet. We haven't gotten a very good look inside this massive closet, but Drake told Architectural Digest that it was designed with raw luxury materials like amethyst, rock crystal, and even diamond. The entire master suite is surrounded by 1,100 square feet of covered terraces, so that even chilly Toronto winters don't keep him cooped up inside the house. But for some real relaxation, Drake doesn't just sit on his terrace. For some much-needed R&R, the star can retire to one of his 2 saunas, spend an hour in the massage room, or take a dip in his indoor or outdoor pool. The indoor pool is made of black granite and has a black light, so Drake can change up the room's atmosphere for any occasion. Atmosphere seems pretty important to Drake, since he also has a high-tech singing toilet outfitted with customizable neon lighting. When it's time to go out, Drake has a 10-car garage waiting for him where he stores all of his expensive vehicles. But we'll talk more about his car collection a little bit later. It's hard to believe that all this luxury is in only one of Drake's properties. The star also owns 3 homes in Hidden Hills, California, a luxury neighborhood that's also home to a few of the Kardashians. The first is a $4.5 million, 2,449 square foot ranch. Drake bought the 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathrooms property with the intention of pairing it with some other nearby homes to form an estate. In 2012, he bought a $7.7 million home nearby, and then a 1950s-style ranch for $2.8 million. Drake, who just seems to love naming his properties, calls this one the YOLO Estate. The pride and joy of this trio of properties is the $7.7 million home that Drake bought because it reminded him of the Playboy Mansion. It's because of this epic pool, complete with a waterfall and a grotto. The home also has tons of activities, like a home gym, tennis court, movie theater, and game room. Do you prefer Drake's LA estate to his Toronto digs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Drake's a fan of luxury transport, but he's not always speeding around in sports cars. Instead, his favorite mode of transportation is his $185 million custom private plane. The Boeing 767-300F was recently given a makeover by Louis Vuitton designer Virgil Abloh, and now rocks a blue exterior with painted clouds. When it comes to cars, though, Drake is a collector. No wonder he needs so much room in his garage. One of his most impressive vehicles is a rare Bugatti Veyron Sang-Noir for $3.4 million. Only 12 were ever built. Rare vehicles seems to be a pretty big theme in Drake's car collection. He also has a Mercedes-Maybach G650, of which only 99 were ever made. Drake is the only person to own one in all of North America. He also managed to get his hands on a rare Mercedes Pullman worth $600,000. And he owns the very last Maybach 62S Landaulet that was ever built. This particular collector's car is estimated to have cost the singer over $1 million. Drake also has a few more practical cars that he's been seen rolling around in. One of his favorites might be his Ferrari LaFerrari, which he purchased for over $1 million. Another is his Lamborghini Aventador, which cost $400,000 and is estimated to have a top speed of 217 miles an hour. The rapper also has a DeVille 16 worth $2.2 million, a Rolls-Royce Dawn worth $400,000, and a few other classic luxury vehicles. His garage also contains a Lamborghini Gallardo, a Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, a Bentley Continental GTC, and a McLaren 675 LT. Oof, that's a lot of cars to have to choose between every day. Which of Drake's many vehicles do you want to drive the most? Let us know in the comments. If there's anything Drake loves as much as collecting cars, it's collecting shoes, watches, and clothing. Drake's fashion sense has cost the singer millions in his unique and trendy pieces. One of the standouts is his $750,000 Richard Mille watch. Backstage at the O2 Arena in 2019, he showed off his luxury watch and the rest of his outfit, including an $11,000 Brioni jacket, a Tom Ford outfit worth $18 grand, and a custom diamond chain worth $200,000. The basketball fan also has been spotted at Raptors games with a $600,000 Patek Philippe watch and a custom Raptors championship ring. The rare rose gold watch is made with a total of 1,343 diamonds. Drake also has a thing for shoes and handbags. You've definitely seen the rapper rocking classic and rare kicks, like the not-yet-released Air Jordan 1 High OG Dior sneakers that he showed off in a sneak peek of his closet. But these $2,000 shoes aren't even the star of the show. He also has a pair of bright yellow Jordan 5 Retro Tokyo T23 kicks, which would sell for over $5,000 today. Drake also has an impressive collection of vintage Nike shoes honoring the late and great Kobe Bryant. In total, experts estimate his collection to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. But Drake also likes collecting Hermes Birkin bags. These expensive bags aren't for him. He's actually been collecting them for years as a gift to his future wife. One of his most expensive pieces is a Hermes Himalaya Birkin valued between $100,000 and $400,000 US dollars. Drake does a lot more than just music to be able to afford this kind of luxurious living. For starters, he co-owns OVO, October's Very Own, which is a company that encompasses his record label, clothing line, and radio station. In 2019, he made about $50 million in profit off of his clothing line alone. Drake is also an ambassador for his favorite sports team, the NBA's Toronto Raptors. He started the massively popular We the North campaign in partnership with the team. He's even hinted at his desire to buy the team one day, which seems 100% possible as the rapper continues to grow his fortune. But Drake doesn't keep every bit of money for himself. After all, he started at the bottom. His passion for sports has led him to donate $3 million in partnership with the Raptors to Toronto and Canadian basketball teams in order to make playing more affordable. And you cannot forget the $1 million that he gave away to fans during the filming of the God's Plan music video. The $1 million in cash was supposed to be the budget for the video, but Drake had better ideas of how it could be spent. Drake has the money to spare, since he reportedly makes up to $2 million per night while on tour. His fortune has convinced him to start branching out on other investments. Recently, he became an investor in the tech company Omni. Even though Drake will probably continue to invest in the future, his goal has always been to build his own empire. He even has his own luxury line of champagne called Mod Selection, which costs between $300 and $400 a bottle. Let us know in the comments if there's anything in particular you would love to see Drake get in on next. Drake does have a brand new venture, the likes of which he's never done before. He's become a father. His son Adonis was just recently introduced to the world after rapper Pusha T let it slip that Drake really did have a kid. And Adonis is definitely growing up to love the finer things in life. Can you blame him when his father's house looks like something out of a fairy tale? In a rare sneak peek into his son's life, Drake and Sophie shared some photos of Adonis's lavish second birthday party. They decked out the rapper's home with gold balloons and lots of decorations featuring what seemed to be Adonis's favorite character, Cookie Monster. We've also got a sneak peek at Adonis's love for art and the mini luxury car that he loves to drive around in. It seems like Drake really is following his motto of family over everything. With over 20 years in the entertainment business and hundreds of millions of records sold, Eminem is an undeniable industry powerhouse. And his bank balance agrees. Despite edging toward a net worth of $250 million, Marshall Mathers doesn't splurge like your average A-lister. He hasn't pampered himself with private islands or forked out for exclusive Manhattan penthouses. Slim prefers to keep it simple and stay true to his hometown Detroit, where he lives a little more under the radar. How did the rapper make all his money? How does he spend it? And what's life like inside the Eminem household? Let's find out. The majority of famous faces, be them movie stars, pop stars, or entertainment personalities, typically make the move over to Los Angeles and buy themselves a snazzy mansion up in the Hollywood Hills. Well, Eminem isn't like most celebrities, and if you're familiar with his ever-divisive music and intriguing topsy-turvy backstory, then you'll know exactly what we mean. Though he was born in St. Joseph, Missouri in 1972, Eminem spent most of his childhood growing up in Michigan. Yep, we all know it, Detroit. This is where he got his big break in the rap world. This is where the inspiration comes from for countless record-breaking songs, and this is where M's chosen to buy his properties and put down roots, even through adulthood and fame. The multiple award-winning artist has owned 2 sizable pads in the Motor City over the last couple of decades. What do you say? Shall we take an exclusive look? It's not every day you get to experience the inner sanctum of a celebrity. Eminem's most extravagant property sits over in the upper-class suburb of Rochester Hills. Rochester Hills is considered one of the safest cities in the state, a stark contrast from his youth where he and his mother hopped around areas often riddled with violence. The compound is heavily secure and therefore perfect for someone with such a high level of notoriety. Sprawling 17,500 square feet, Eminem's home on Winkler offers up a list of features extravagant enough to make anyone jealous. The home includes 6 bedrooms and 9.5 bathrooms, and each bedroom is a suite fit for a king. Don't believe us? Just take a look for yourself. Even the multi-$1,000 entranceway with its wooden design is spectacular. As we move from inside to the outside, the experience gets even better. This stunning swimming pool, worth tens of thousands of dollars alone, is equipped with a twisting slide and a flowing waterfall. Plus, there's a spa, tennis and basketball court, cabana, and a private pond. Notably, the home has a dedicated spot for security, listing a so-called guardhouse as an extra selling point. On top of that, there's a nearly 4,000 square foot garage perfect for storing all of his lavish supercars. But we'll get to those a little later. The huge property is also known as the Kmart Mansion, not because it's furnished with Kmart goodies, but because its former owner was Charles Conaway, the company's former chairman. Oh, and did we forget to mention that there's an entire guest house on the property with its own game room as well? Sitting on land that spans 5.69 manicured acres or almost 250,000 square feet, there was plenty more room to play with if Eminem wanted to add a few extra finishing touches. Unfortunately, he no longer has that chance. He signed on the dotted line back in 2003 for $4.8 million, around $5.6 million by today's standards, and held onto it for the better part of 15 years. But in August of 2017, he listed the house for sale, with a price of just under $2 million. Why he slashed the asking price by such a significant margin is still uncertain. Around the same time that M went out and purchased the Rochester Hills pad, he acquired another Detroit mansion. The home at 19766 Westchester Drive was built in 1996 and boasts over 8,900 square feet of space, and it became Marshall's for a hefty fee of $1,483,500. Visitors approach the mostly brick mansion via a large driveway and are met with a subtle yet eye-catching few $1,000 fountain upon arrival. At the time of its purchase, he was still married to his now ex-wife, Kimberly Scott. Sure, $1.5 million is expensive for the area, but these kinds of properties in places like LA or New York could easily be worth 10 times as much. Even though the rapper owned the nearby Rochester Hills home, which was larger, he tended to spend the majority of his time here. As of February of 2019, Zillow estimated the value of Eminem's Clinton Township home at just under $1.8 million. It's certainly a step up from the comparatively cramped spaces in which he spent his earlier years. If you're a fan of Eminem, then you've surely seen the 8 Mile movie. Did you know that it's named after 8 Mile Road, near which the budding young lyricist grew up? South of 8 Mile Road, at 19946 Dresden Street in the suburb of Greenbrier, you'll find Slim Shady's childhood home. Compared to the colossal mansions that we've already seen, this small, wooden, 767-square-foot single-family home isn't much to gloat about. Public records show that Eminem's mother purchased the house for $19,900 in 1987, and it wasn't worth more than $30,000 or $40,000 by the mid-2010s. While Eminem doesn't own it, and hasn't lived within its walls for years, it remains a significant piece of his history, and is also considered a significant piece of Eminem memorabilia. The divisive rapper has clearly managed to turn it around since his time on Dresden Street. These days, his trophy room alone, jam-packed with Grammys, MTV Awards, and even an Oscar, would rival his entire childhood home in terms of size. It wasn't just hard for Eminem in the early days, it was hard for his family too, especially his daughter Haley, who grew up witnessing her parents' tumultuous relationship. Fast forward to today, and Haley is thriving. She's no longer living under someone else's roof and has acquired her very own 4-bedroom house in Detroit, which she shares with her adorable Shiba Inu pup named Lottie. When Haley was asked if she sees her father often and if he's supportive, she said, quote, "Of course, we are very close. Whether or not he's the one who paid for her house, though, remains unclear." Hold up, let's rewind for a second. How did this lonely kid that was bullied in school transition into a world-famous artist free to buy any mansion he pleases? His first album, called Infinite, only sold 1,000 copies, but he kept making music, eventually gaining attention after finishing in second place at the 1997 Rap Olympics in Los Angeles. From there, he caught the eye of Dr. Dre, and the rest is history. Fast forward to today, and Eminem has established himself as one of the most commercially successful rappers of all time, with over 100 million albums sold worldwide. That equates to pockets that are over $210 million deep. A lot of this money goes back into his business, Shady Records, which rents its headquarters out in New York, while other portions of his wealth go to all kinds of lavish purchases. M grew up reading comics, and before he found his passion for music, he dreamed of being a comic book artist himself. While that career path didn't exactly work out, the love for the art never faded. Wherever he goes, Eminem expects his staff to ensure that there are always plenty of comic books on hand to keep him busy during his travels. It's believed that he has spent around $16,000 on retro arcade games like Donkey Kong and Space Invaders, and far more on traditional limited edition comic books. According to one of the guys Eminem works with at Shady Records, the rapper's most valuable comic is Amazing Fantasy number 15, in which Peter Parker and Spider-Man make their first appearance. In good condition, these are worth from $500,000 to upwards of $1 million. To call Slim Shady a fashionista, well, that'd be just flat out wrong. While he has sported the tux on the odd occasion, for the most part, this rapper is seen in baggy sweats, oversized hoodies, and comfy kicks. But there is one accessory that M's not afraid to throw a little bit of money at: his wristwear. Preferring to keep his watches clean and classic, he's been snapped wearing various Rolexes and an odd assortment of G-Shocks throughout his career. His first Rolex was no spur-of-the-moment purchase. It was a self-reward for all his hard work, and before he splurged thousands of dollars, he had the responsible foresight to call up his manager to make sure that he could actually afford it. Since then, his collection has grown tenfold, with a yellow gold Audemars Piguet Royal Oak piece worth over $40,000 becoming a recent accessory of choice. In several publicity photo shoots, he has sported a Rolex Datejust, which can fetch tens of thousands of dollars, as well as the luxurious Rolex President Day Date, which is also around the $30,000 to $40,000 mark. With so much money to burn, it makes sense that rumors have flooded in over the years suggesting that the legendary rapper owns his personal private jet. It wouldn't be much of a surprise. A lot of rappers, some of whom are far less famous and have far shallower pockets, have their own personal wings. Champagne Pappy, Diddy, Nicki Minaj, and Snoop Dogg, just to name a few. Despite his industry peers choosing to own, Eminem takes a different approach: renting. The reality is that owning a depreciating asset isn't always the smartest financial decision. And what's the use of having a multi-million-dollar metal bird sitting in the backyard most of the time unused? Slim just charters a private plane whenever the need arises. For a low-cost private jet service, expect to shell out between $1,300 and $3,000 per flying hour. For the more lavish, jam-packed with all the amenities you can imagine, the bill can easily exceed $10,000. While there may not be any personal jets in the garage, the list of out-of-this-world hypercars in his collection is enough to make any petrolhead's jaw drop. Over his tenure at the top of the charts, Slim Shady's been spotted cruising around in everything from a $400,000 Lamborghini Aventador to a nearly $200,000 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Throw in the Ferrari 430 Scuderia, McLaren MP412C, and the Audi R8 Spider, each valued between $150 and $350K, and you start to get a better understanding of the kind of extravagance that once sat in the Rochester Mansion's 4,000 square foot garage. Those exotic supercars are the perfect partners to the many workhorse vehicles he owns, like the Cadillac Escalade and the Hummer H2. Based on this photo, however, his pride and joy is the Dodge Super B. The company produced these old-school cars from 1968 until 1971, and then brought them back decades later in 2007. Bet your bottom dollar that the one in Eminem's collection is a 1970 classic.
While we've heard of epic super yachts with mansion-like interiors, Travis Scott decided to splurge on something a little different: a lavish LA mansion designed to look like a billionaire's yacht. The rapper's Brentwood abode has everything he could ever need in a paradise at sea or on land. There's an epic infinity pool with an underwater sound system, an outdoor motor court on the home's roof, and ample space for entertaining. Scott is worth about $50 million at the time we're making this video, and his new home certainly represents his growing wealth. Let's head inside and see why this mansion is one of LA's most innovative new homes. In June 2020, Travis Scott dropped a staggering $23.5 million in cash for this massive mansion in Los Angeles' ritzy Brentwood neighborhood. Newly built and originally listed for $42 million, the purchase was actually quite the steal for the rapper. It has been used to host celebrity parties and already had quite the reputation for being one of LA's coolest new homes. The 17,000 square foot futuristic mansion definitely resembles a massive yacht. It's made up of levels of decks with plenty of giant glass windows and walls. It features a huge infinity pool that adds to the seaside characteristics. Inside there are 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, and 3 powder rooms across 3 opulent levels. Travis Scott doesn't have to worry about getting around his epic home since it's also outfitted with a commercial-quality high-speed glass elevator. The home's interior features various upscale amenities like a 610-bottle wine cellar and a movie theater that seats 13. There's also a state-of-the-art gym outfitted with flat-screen TVs, a sauna, and a lower-level entertainment area. It's decked out with a full bar and pool table. The rapper's kitchen is spacious and tricked out with modern appliances. There's an informal dining space nearby, and the home has plenty of lounges and living areas. They offer comfort, views, and space for socializing. The mansion's master suite is particularly impressive, and we can definitely see Travis Scott making himself at home in this sweet setup. The bedroom features a seating area with spectacular views, a walk-in closet, and a jumbo bathroom with his and hers sinks. Included in the home's many features is an ambient lighting system that mimics nature. And we're sure you didn't miss the jumbo sliding glass doors for easy indoor-outdoor living that add to the home's natural yet modern theme. If we head outside to the yard, we're left a little speechless by just how much luxury is packed into the 10,000 square foot garden space. Of course, there's the 75-foot Infinity Edge pool with an underwater sound system, but the yard also makes use of a jacuzzi and a tranquil 400 square foot Zen garden. There's ample entertaining and dining space with poolside loungers, couches, armchairs, and even outdoor TVs. You'll also notice a 300 square foot green wall located on the exterior of the mansion's lowest level. The mega mansion offers Travis Scott plenty of room for his car collection. There's a 3-car enclosed garage and space for more than 15 cars in the outdoor motor court that's located on the home's roof. The hip-hop artist is known to have such an extensive car collection that he can't even remember all the models he owns. The collection includes a $3 million Bugatti Chiron, a West Coast Custom Special Lamborghini Aventador SV worth over $497,000, a $130,000 custom Range Rover, a $325,000 Ferrari 488, and a $1 million Maybach G650 Landaulet. No wonder the rapper invested in a home with the perfect space for showing them all off. Travis Scott's mansion is certainly unique, but where did the inspiration for the innovative project come from? The Mega Mansion is the brainchild of Southern California-based architectural firm DeLorean and Associates. Through its creation, they combined the luxury of roaming the seas in a massive yacht with all the wellness standards of a modern mansion. The home's design is inspired by the clean lines and interior spatial layouts of yachts. There are also features that emphasize the movement of the ocean, for example, this spiraling staircase and these wave-like patterns. The mansion's curving exterior facades invoke imagery of waves, wind, and clouds. There's even a water wall designed by Mario Romano that brings the ripples of the ocean to life through the clever interior design. The architecture is also inspired by mathematical forms found in nature. You'll notice lots of spirals, slopes, and interesting angles. When the property was first listed back in 2019, the firm touted the mansion as a triumph in design, crafted for its residents and guests to live a healthy lifestyle and enjoy special moments. To emphasize healthy living, they made sure to craft each element of the house to meet the Delos Well Building Certification standards, a system that focuses on making indoor spaces as healthy and conducive to wellness as possible. It highlights requirements in 7 main areas: air, water, nourishment, light, fitness, comfort, and mind. The materials in the home help bring nature into these indoor spaces, making everything feel open and rejuvenating. Renowned Japanese artist Toshi Kawabata created 3 custom wood pieces for the home, including a curved walnut bar. The mansion is also outfitted with many marble elements which were all hand-selected and imported from Italy. In addition to being luxurious and good for the mind, body, and soul, the yacht-inspired mansion is literally a piece of art. DeLorean and Associates knew the home would be visible from the J. Paul Getty Museum and approached the design knowing it would be an extension of the museum experience. From a distance, it catches the eye and doesn't let go, making Travis Scott's new mansion one of the biggest stars in LA architecture. There's no doubt that Travis Scott's Brentwood mansion is a pretty pricey purchase, but it's only the rapper's second major real estate buy. He's definitely starting off strong and getting his foot in the door with some unique luxury properties. Scott's first major purchase was going 50-50 with on-again, off-again girlfriend Kylie Jenner on this $13.5 million Beverly Hills mansion, which they still co-own. Scott and Jenner share a daughter together, and the property is a perfect family home. The 1970s estate received an extensive renovation 2 years before the couple bought it. It was turned into a more contemporary living environment with 9,680 square feet of interior space, including 10 bathrooms. There are many open-concept living areas and a main indoor-outdoor living/dining area with European oak floors, modern fixtures, and a built-in fireplace. The home also features a nice chef's kitchen with an oversized center island that opens up to an outdoor dining area. The mansion comes with a wine cellar and an opulent master bedroom that offers 2,300 square feet of space with city and ocean views. The mansion's exterior spaces are just as, if not even more impressive, with a patio that descends into a lavish swimming pool and spa. Dense landscaping adds privacy and personality to the backyard while also adding some extra oomph to the stunning view. The roughly 1-acre land the mansion sits on also features a dining area, 3-car garage, and guest house. What expensive home will Travis Scott purchase next? Or will he buy himself an actual super yacht next time? Lil Wayne didn't need a Winn-Dixie grocery bag full of money to pay for his new $15.4 million mansion in California. At the time of producing this video, the hip-hop superstar had a net worth of $170 million, so it's no surprise that he recently bought a fabulous estate in the gated community of Hidden Hills. Lil Wayne's new property features a luxurious farmhouse-style mansion, an elegant guest house, and a slew of high-end amenities. Today, we're going to take you on a tour of Lil Wayne's incredible Hidden Hills mansion. We'll also show you some of the other stunning homes he's owned over the years. Let's get started. There's more to Lil Wayne's new Hidden Hills estate than just a stunning mansion. There are actually 2 houses on the property. The 10,000 square foot farmhouse-style mansion is the main feature, but the 2,135 square foot guest house at the bottom of the hill is impressive in its own right. The mansion and guest house have a combined 7 bedrooms and 7.5 bathrooms, and the entire property spans 3.3 acres. Both the front and backyard are perfectly manicured. Lil Wayne must pay his gardener big bucks to get the lawn striping just right. Beautiful olive trees and shrubs dot the property, and a classic white picket fence surrounds the entire estate. The driveway, which is made up of large rectangular concrete slabs, leads to a 4-car garage at the side of the mansion. There's plenty of space for Lil Wayne to park his supercars. Before we take a peek inside the mansion, let's take a look at some of the luxurious amenities in the backyard. There are plenty of places for Lil Wayne and his crew to hang out. The stunning Infinity Edge pool looks like a great place to escape the sweltering California sun. There's also an inset spa attached to the pool where Lil Wayne can chill and sip on some Cristal. In the far corner of the backyard, you'll find a basketball court, and the full outdoor kitchen looks like a great place to cook up some grub. The outdoor kitchen is equipped with a barbecue and bar area complete with bar stools. There are also 2 outdoor dining areas in the backyard, both of which are covered by large awnings and connect directly to the mansion. One outdoor dining area leads to the mansion's living room, while the other leads to Lil Wayne's gym. Let's see just how luxurious Lil Wayne's mansion is on the inside. Every single room in the incredible abode exudes opulence. The first thing you'll notice as you enter the foyer is the massive grand staircase. Right underneath the staircase sits a temperature-controlled wine cellar that can hold hundreds of bottles of expensive vino and bubbly. Right next to the wine cellar sits a grand piano. The expensive accent piece makes the foyer even more luxurious. The second story of the mansion has 5 bedrooms. In fact, every bedroom is located on the second floor. Each bedroom has an ensuite bathroom, and they're all filled with high-end furnishings. The master bedroom is particularly impressive. The bright white walls and hardwood floors invoke a sense of peace and tranquility. The large windows in the master bedroom offer stunning views of the surrounding hills. There are modern minimalistic chairs and a glass coffee table right in front of the marble-backed fireplace. It's a great place for Lil Wayne to enjoy a cup of coffee and read the morning paper. The master bedroom also has a spacious sitting area with a sofa and a daybed. It's surrounded by bay windows that bring in plenty of natural light. The attached walk-in closet is more than enough for Lil Wayne's gigantic sneaker collection. The master bathroom also features plenty of large windows. It has a freestanding soaking tub, floating his and her vanities, and a marble-covered steam shower. On the main floor of the mansion, you'll find a blacked-out wet bar complete with a flat-screen TV. What better place to watch the game? The wet bar leads directly to the outdoor kitchen. The mansion's indoor kitchen is far more luxurious. It's outfitted with 2 large islands, marble countertops, and top-of-the-line stainless steel appliances. Directly next to the kitchen is a cozy breakfast nook that's surrounded by bay windows. The breakfast nook also offers stunning views of the backyard. The aforementioned gym is equipped with treadmills and medicine balls. After an intense workout, Lil Wayne can open up the sliding French doors and relax on the patio. Lil Wayne's mansion actually has a 3rd outdoor patio. This one is located on the side of the mansion and leads to the family room via large glass doors. The family room is both a living area and a dining area. It's equipped with a large oval dining table, high-end love seats, and a marble-backed fireplace. The living room also has a marble-backed fireplace as well as a massive sectional couch. A stylish piece of modern art sits right above the fireplace. You'll find paintings like these throughout the mansion. When Lil Wayne wants to watch the latest blockbusters, he heads over to his very own cinema. The theater room has a starry galaxy ceiling, not unlike what you would find on the inside of a Rolls-Royce. The theater room also has plush seating and, of course, a massive movie screen. We didn't forget about the guest house. It's accessed via its own driveway and features a petite kitchen and cozy living area. The kitchen and living area lead to, you guessed it, an outdoor patio. Lil Wayne isn't the only celeb who calls Hidden Hills home. Kylie Jenner lives just around the corner from Lil Wayne in a fabulous $12 million, 13,200 square foot mansion. The reality TV star and entrepreneur also owns 2 more mansions in the neighborhood, one worth $6 million and another worth $8 million. Lil Wayne is also neighbors with Drake, Dwayne Wade, Jeffree Star, and John Stamos. The Weeknd also owns a mansion in the area, but he's in the process of selling his $22 million Hidden Hills mansion. Lil Wayne has also owned some incredible mansions in Miami over the years. He currently owns a $17 million mansion on Allison Island just off of Miami Beach. The 10,472 square foot mansion has 110 feet of water frontage and an open-air atrium with 2 20-foot living walls made of plants. The mansion even has a moat-like entrance. A moat may seem like a strange feature, but it's nothing compared to the bizarre amenities of Lil Wayne's previous homes. Before he purchased his most recent Miami home, he owned a Miami beach house that had a shark lagoon and a rooftop skate park. Lil Wayne sold that mansion in 2017 for $10 million, which was well below the $18 million he paid for it. He's worth $170 million. He's not upset about losing a few million. Here's an interesting fact. Did you know that Lil Wayne's car collection is worth more than $13 million? He owns a $500,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom, a $1.8 million Bugatti Veyron, and a $1.9 million Maybach Landaulet. He even owns a 3-wheeled Campana T-Rex, which was reportedly given to him by Nicki Minaj. Minaj was very generous because the bizarre car has a price tag of $70,000. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to this channel for more great videos.